Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa buddhang dhammang sanghang namassami. Homage to the Triple Gem, salutations to Prabhanteji, Sangha, and welcome to all the lay upasakas and upasikas on this occasion. This Sunday morning, like every other Sunday morning, we have all gathered here and for the sake of Dhamma, it's important to cultivate our mind on a regular basis because it is our mind ultimately that takes us to the whatever places we go is basically because of our mind, good or bad. So today, as you have heard, uh, this is the Punyalmodana ceremony dedicated to my departed mother who passed away on last Sunday morning. And somehow, under some unique circumstances, I was able to be there, which was not planned but happened somehow, and and was able to attend the funeral of my mother. And then, of course, I returned back and at the meditation retreat at Narasipura, which concluded just today morning. I just came from there. So all these all these wholesome things, meditation and retreat, and then today's uh, all the Sangadana and all the Parikara and all other things and all the Punyanumodana we dedicate. Uh, may she receive all these merits and may it conduce to her good rebirth. And also, it is important time. Any day is an important day to contemplate few things. The Lord Buddha has said certain things to be contemplated uh, by all people, whether women or men, whether lay people or monastics. It should be contemplated by all people. Thyena va pudisena va bhathena va pabbajitena va pinnang pachavekkitabbam. Should contemplate regularly. The wise contemplation, so to speak. Because we can contemplate many things. We can contemplate about uh, past or future or about greed, objects of greed, objects of hatred, aversion. We can contemplate about many things. But these type of contemplations are not useful because these type of contemplations do not make our mind peaceful. They do not make our mind bright. They make our mind dark or dull or heavy. So the Buddha has given us right things to contemplate, things that are good and that will make our mind bright. When we say bright, bright means something related to wisdom, something related to right understanding. So if we think wisely, behave wisely, that is what makes our mind. Because in this world, as you see, there is sun, there is moon. Every day the sun is rising. And it doesn't rise per se, but yeah, we get the sunlight every day, morning till evening. Then moon comes. But the thing is, uh, and then there is electricity to light up the whole cities and towns and villages and everywhere. But then these lights are just to show the some parts of the visible world, but it is not powerful enough to show the truth of life, the reality of life. And that's why the Buddha said, Panyaya Pajyoto Lokasming. Wisdom is the brightest light in the world. Wisdom is the best light in the world because it shows us. Wisdom shows us what is good, what is not good, what is appropriate, what is inappropriate, what is the cause of suffering, how the suffering can be ended. It is only through the right understanding, it is only through the wisdom that somebody can understand. With sun and moon we cannot, or with any other electricity or artificial lights we cannot. They are only good enough to certain extent, but not good enough to show the reality, how suffering arises, how suffering comes to an end. This truth it does not reveal the light outside, but the light inside, that is wisdom. This is the brightest light. The wisdom is the brightest light in the world. So that's why the Lord Buddha has given us some contemplations so that our mind can be bright with wisdom. This is an important part, making our mind bright with wisdom. We can make our mind anything, but when we develop wisdom, then this is real brightness because we see what is real, what is not, what is right, what is not. We know. So these contemplations always important for all of us. First one is uh, about the about oneself being subject to aging. I'm subject to aging. Maybe in some discourses you have heard this here on the Sunday Dhamma class. Maybe I have also given a course on this. But since Lord Buddha said Avinnang Pacchabekkitabbang, maybe it is better to hear again and again and again till you become fully enlightened. Otherwise, we tend to forget. So, aging, we are subject to aging and we have not gone beyond aging. It's a point to contemplate every day because every day is, with every passing day, our life span is getting reduced. So if you are 20 years old, today you are 20 years and 1 day old. Tomorrow you will be 20 years and 2 day old. Just like this. Every day our life is not increasing, it is decreasing. Our life does not increase with every passing day, it decreases. So to contemplate means to be wise. Okay, I only have a limited period of time. My time in this world is not unlimited. If people think like this, then they can focus on the useful things. If people think their time, people don't think, they just forget that they have a limited time. So they focus on a lot of unnecessary things uh, about uh, about this and that, about too much of objects of greed or craving or name or fame or wealth and this and that, and suddenly they die. So to contemplate means to be aware of the reality. Yes, life is going by. With every day, it is less and less and less. One day closer to death. Today being uh, being the 2nd of March 2025. This day is, has started, is somewhere coming towards the middle, and then it will come towards the end. This day will end, and we cannot get it back. 1 day less from our life. So to contemplate that I am subject to aging, I am aging every day. It's important because aging does not mean per se old age. Aging means change. For example, now when you were small, very small, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 or 5 years old, you had a lot of energy, a lot of bodily energy to play all day long. You will not be tired. You can just play and run around and do things as young children. But then after 15, 20, 25, 30 years, do you have it? Or more than that? Do you have? No, you don't. Nobody. because the as you keep growing and growing and growing, the power or the strength of the body reduces every passing day. This is aging, slowly, slowly. It is like this. When one makes a new building, then when one makes a new building, then what happens? The building is new, and the nicely painted and decorated and this and that, and then people go and start living in that house. But the thing is, it has been built by certain things: cement and stone and iron, water and bricks and this and that, so many things. And each one has come together to build this house. They stay together for certain period of time, 50 years, 60, 80, 100 years. They stay together. But even their nature is to disintegrate with every day. So after 100 years, somebody were to come there and say, ah, this is an old broken house. But it was a very new, shiny, good house one day. Now it is broken, but it wasn't when it was inaugurated. So the thing is, just like this. How when the aging started, the very day the house came into existence, that very day decay started. It didn't become a broken house suddenly after 100 years. It became broken every day, little by little, decay. So with this body, decay, aging, and then sickness. Sickness is also very much part of our existence. Just like good health, same with sickness. People think good health is usual, sickness is unusual. Now, people shouldn't think like this. Health is health. Someday good, someday bad. Someday up, someday down. So, it's not like good health is normal and sickness is unusual. No. Like if you see human body, it's so many nerves and tissues and blood vessels and cells and bones and these and small organs and everything. It is composed of so many things, and a little bit of up and down or a little bit of here and there, and it can go bad. Something, you don't drink enough water, you have a kidney stone. It goes bad, like this, so many different ways. If you contemplate like this, the body is basically fragile. People say, I'm strong. Suddenly they fall, they slip and fall from the stairs. They say, oh, I have broken my leg, I have twisted my ankle, I have my ligament is torn. All that strength is gone in a second or two. So, nature of the body is fragile. Many of you have traveled by flight, have seen the package, the airport cargo, or sometimes people carry, they put fragile sticker. The nature has also put a fragile sticker on this body of ours. The way it is made, it is not very strong. Little bit here and there, and it can, hand can break, leg can break, head can break, or some sickness can come. Little bit here and there, so that this is fragile. Only thing is, we have to have the eye to see this sticker. That's the problem. People, their bodies are fragile, but people don't say it is. People say, I'm strong. So in the first case, when there was a aging, when we were talking about aging and decay, we were talking about wisdom. Wisdom. But what is the ignorance then? Opposite of this is uh, yobbanamada, you pride of youth. People say, I'm young, I'm strong. In the first case, I'm young and I'm strong. Both are changing phenomena. The young youth and the strength, both are changing phenomena. Neither will you remain young nor will you remain strong. Simple. There is no way one can claim, I am young and I am strong and I shall remain this way. There's no. So, but people don't think like this. When they are young and they are strong, they think it is like this. And then, second case, sickness. When we contemplate sickness, we are contemplating the fragile nature of the body, the changing nature of the body. We are also reducing some wrong view. I am arogya mada. I am healthy. I shall be healthy. I shall remain strong. It's also very dangerous trend. In fact, a lot of people fall victim to it in their young age. They don't take care of the body. They indulge in maybe overeating or this and that and wrong habits, and then when after some years, the body starts showing the signs of various sickness. That comes from where? Wrong view about body, forgetting the fragile nature, forgetting the inherent sickness. Sickness is just right there. It's just waiting. You see, now we live, we are breathing. Every day we are breathing. And with the in breath and out breath, so many viruses, bacteria, these, that going inside our body. Every day, every moment. And which one will infect us, we don't know. Maybe as of now, the immunity is okay, so we are surviving. Someday, immunity may not be okay. We can get into some sickness can come. So this is it. That not to overestimate the good health. Instead, contemplate good health is there, but it may go away. And there's nothing to be proud or arrogant about it. It may go away. So be mindful not to forget that sickness will eventually come. Then aging, sickness, then comes what? Then comes the death. Then comes. So, Jivitamada, people have wrong view. I am alive, I will remain alive. But is it so? It's not. How long is the question? You are alive, but how long? That's the question. How long? 1 day, 2 day, 1 month. How long? You don't know. But one thing you must know for sure. One thing is for sure, that you will eventually die. All of us will eventually die. How long? We don't know. But death, for sure. Living, how long? Not sure. This is another third contemplation the Lord Buddha is telling. Maranadhammang hi marananganatito. I am subject to death. I have not gone beyond the death. So, just like this, nobody can escape. Another 7 days and 4.5 hours before my mother was alive. And then she died, passed away. And you see, the funny part, I also, uh, when people are alive, people say we are taking so and so to hospital, or we will bring so and so from the hospital after getting discharged. When people die, people will say we'll bring the dead body from the hospital. The funny part. So suddenly from living being it becomes dead body. The language also changes. Language also changes. It's no, unknowingly people use these words, but people don't really go into their meanings, unfortunately. We should also know their meaning. So it is the changing nature of body. So death, eventually. Just like we talked about aging and sickness. Aging and sickness are gradual decay and degeneration. And when it comes to a stage when the decay and degeneration has reached a very vital level, then this body cannot support, this body cannot sustain anymore. It breaks up. So we say this is death, breaking up of the body. Another important contemplation that, okay, I am subject to death. I have not gone beyond the death. Aging, sickness, death. When we contemplate them again and again, then we can be mindful. Even if sometimes we are not mindful or people tend to become heedless, they can come back to mindfulness, contemplating with these things. Oh, okay, my life is like this, my life is like this. There's no way I can escape these things, no way to evade or escape from these things. So, when you come back to mindfulness, you come back to your senses, so to speak, come back to wisdom. Because coming back to wisdom is always beneficial. Going towards ignorance is always dangerous. At the beginning, we said wisdom is the light of the world. So, when you come back to wisdom, you come back to light. You see things. Oh, this is the body. Aging is there, happening. Sickness is just waiting to happen. Death will eventually happen. There's nothing to be proud or arrogant or heedless or negligent about this. So that's why the Buddha said they are right contemplation. Then uh, about law of karma. What actions we do? Yang kammang karisyami kalyanang bapapakang va tassadayado bhavisamiti. Whatever actions we do, we shall inherit the consequences of all those actions, good or bad. Only those are our real friend. Only our actions are real friend. That's why kamma bandhu, kamma yoni, kamma bandhu, kamma pati sarano. Actions are real refuge. Because of actions only beings are born in this world. So you should contemplate actions. Whatever actions that we do, we should also contemplate them. This is right, this is not right, this is beneficial or this is not beneficial. This will help me in the right direction or this will take me in the wrong direction. We should contemplate. Because people cannot all the time remember. So that's why Buddha has given like a meditation object to remind ourselves again and again and again so that we don't forget about actions. The fourth one. And the fifth one is Sabbehi me piyehi manapehi nana bhavo vinabhavati. Whatever my friends, relatives, dear and dear ones are there, are one day I have to be separated from them. There is no way to be to there's no way we can stay with the people who are near and dear to us forever. Eventually we have to be separated. So this is also an important contemplation because otherwise if people don't consider, people think, oh, we are like this, we will remain like this as friends, as relatives, as parents, as children, as whatever it is. But that's not the case. We are like this for some time, only for some time, but we will not be forever. Nothing bad. People might say, though, people shouldn't think like this. People should think like this. People should think like this because that is how the things reality really are. So these are the five things: aging and sickness and death and actions. We are the owner and responsible for our actions. And about the separation from the near and dear ones. When we remember them, then we can be heedful. We can live our life not deviated from wisdom, not deviated from the light of wisdom. This is what is important. What is important? If we remember this, then we can also avoid a lot of suffering in this world. When aging comes, when sickness comes, when death comes, when separation comes, we can avoid a lot of suffering. And we can also purify our actions by contemplating again and again and again, can avoid a lot of unwholesome. Because we are, okay, if my life is like this, then we should better be careful not to be negligent, not to do too many bad things, not to say too many bad things, avoid wrong actions as much as possible, cultivate good things as much as possible. So this is how we we nudge our mind towards wisdom. These are all guiding things, gradually nudging and guiding and pushing in a very streamlined way. And this is what we must contemplate. And on this occasion, that day on which the Punyanamodana ceremony of my mother being performed here, and this is the Dhamma gift that I offer to you to contemplate, to be wise, to be mindful, so that uh, eventually, when you come across various stages of life or various ups and downs of life, you are able to maintain and you are able to maintain mindfulness and wisdom, and you are able to go beyond these ups and downs and finally develop the wisdom to the highest level, to the finally the realization of nibbana. So with this, I also share merits, especially with my departed mother and also all living beings, and also especially the donors who have very generously and graciously offered dana dedicated to the for the Punyanamodana ceremony of my mother. And that's also a good thing to contemplate, because uh, each each person who has become a monk, uh, and somewhere their father mother, they have supported certain ways, so this is a great blessing for all the people to see a monk, or to be able to listen to the Dhamma from the monk, or to be able to get the guidance, or to be able to offer dana. So that way, when you are respectful towards me in a certain way, you should also be grateful my mother or the mother and father of all the Bantes here, because somewhere out of so many people, somehow they have given their sons to be ardent, to be the sons of the Buddha. See? So it's not a small thing. It's not really a small thing. So out of all the fathers and mothers, only some fathers and mothers are able to do this or rejoice in this. Only very few. Rest of them may not. Rest of them, in fact, will not. So in that way, also, such parents are worthy of respect, even if nothing else. At least for that point, they are still worthy of respect and better than other parents, huh? Because they have given their children to the Buddha Sasana, and they have also taken happiness or rejoiced that, okay, they, our son, or they have done something good. So this is also an important point. So I share the merits with all the donors also, because out of their gratefulness they have done, and they are also example for other lay devotees to do that. Okay, you can also, sometimes you hear someone does something good, but does it come to you, oh, I can do, oh, this is a good thing, you know I can also do something similar, if not this, something else, but similar, can I? So this is which means you have some wisdom. But if you think, oh, so and so has done, I don't care, then you are still a unwise fool. That's all. You are still, you you see, we must learn from the good examples. It is very easy to learn. One person drinking alcohol, seeing another person sees him, ah, nice, I will also go. That is the way of the world. That is the way of the Mara. But one person practicing meditation, another person getting encouraged by seeing, and then, oh, I can also practice. One person trying to be mindful, another person seeing, oh, I can also be mindful. One person doing something good, wholesome, I can also do the same. So this is the way of the Buddha. One is way of the Mara, one is way of the Buddha. So it is up to you to contemplate which way are you going. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you are sole decider which way you will go. Not me, not your parents, not anybody else. Only you can decide which way. Other people can tell you, or encourage you, or guide you, or support you. But which way you will go, it is up to you. Each one of us have to take this into their heart and practice till the final realization. So with this, I conclude the Dhamma discourse here. May all living beings share the merits. May all living be liberated. You know,
Thank you. Thank you so much, Banteji, for this very, very valuable Dhamma discourse to recollect the 5 realities. Do you remember? What are they? What are the 5 realities? Age, aging, sickness, death, and separation. Okay, one time, why don't you tell in Pali? Huh? I will just tell in Pali. Say, Jara Dhammo me Jarang Anatito iti abhinnang paccavekkitabang vyadi dhammo me vyadhing anatitoti abhinnang paccavekkitabang means vyadi dhammo me. I am subjected to sickness. Vyadhing anatitoto. Anatit means anatita means I have not gone beyond. I am still in the circle, in the clutch, in the domain of sickness. Abhinnang paccavekkitabang means has to be contemplated again and again and again. This is in our Padabante's book, Everyday Devotional Practice. Huh? So 2 are finished. No, third one you say, Marana Dhammo me, Maranang Anititoti, Abhinnang Paccavekkitabang, Anatitoti. Natito iti, Anatitoti. Sabbehi me, Piyehi, Manapehi, Nana Bhavo, Vina Bhavo, Iti, Abhinnang, Paccavekkitabang, Kamma Sakomhi, Kamma Dayado, Kamma Yoni, Kamma Bandhu, Kamma Patisarano, Yang Kammang Karissami, Kalyanang Va, Papakang Va, Tassadayado, Bhavisami, Iti, Abhinnang, Paccavekkitabang. Like this, it has to be contemplated again and again and again. Abhinnang Pachavekitam. So beautiful, huh? The more we contemplate, the more freedom, more happiness will come. Truth will never bring you suffering. Understanding of truth will bring you freedom from suffering. Whether that truth is suffering, whether that truth is happiness, the truth is truth. When you understand, it brings freedom from suffering. So these 5 contemplations are so big tools for our day-to-day life to come out of worry, fear, anxiety, attention, attachment, and all these things. All those things will drop out. What a big relief, freedom, lightness. Huh? So thank you so much, Banteji, for this. Now there is this dana. As I told, Maha Upasika Monica Thade Amma is offering in the name of Mother Pranati Mukherjee Sangadana here and in all our Mahabodhis. And so also today Richa Barua, Chandrasen Rao, Sonali Amma and Chetan Kumar, Nitin family, Pelatur Venkatesh family, Naresh Jambulkar family, all of you are offering dana. Huh? Vajira, you please bring the people so that you can do the offering. I request our Buddha Datta Banteji to do guide them, to help them to do this offering. Richa Amma, please you also come. Richa family, today's all donors, please come. Belatur Venkatesh, Naresh Jambulkar, Sonali Chandrasen. Come and participate.
I request other interested devotees to come forward also to offer this. ಯಾರು ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದು ಈ ದಾನ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್. आप लोग भी अपना दान को पकड़िए. हाँ बन.
Atta Parikara Bada Dana.
Since we have various occasion, first we will आप भी आइए ना बनते. हाँ आइए ना, आप भी पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए. First we will start with the dana dedicated to the mother Maha Upasika of Sugatananda Banteji. So then we will do with the other donors. So we will, I request all the devotees to help. First we will start with Ashtaparikara. May I request Buddha Dada Banteji to guide us, and please repeat. Mayang Bante
Mayang Bante
Imang
Iman
Atap Imang
mm,
Idang Me
Idame
Atta Parikara
Atta Parikara
Danena
Danena
Anagate
Anagate
Ehi Bhikkhu
Ehi Bhikkhu
Bhavaya
Bhavaya
Pachayo
Pachayo
Hotu
Hotu
Tutiyampi
Tutiyampi
Mayang Bante
Mayang Bante
Idang Me
Idame
Atta Parikara
Atta Parikara
Danena
Danena
Anagate
अनागते
एहि भिक्खु
एहि भिक्खु
भावाय
भावाय
पच्चयो
पच्चयो
होतु
होतु
ततियम्पि
ततियम्पि
इदं मे
इदं मे
अट्ठपरिक्खारं
अट्टपरिकरं
दानेन
दानेन
अनागते
अनागते
एहि भिक्खु
एहि भिक्खु
भावाय
भावाय
पच्चयो
पच्चयो
होतु
होतु
साधु
Sadhu,
साधु
sadhu.
साधु